tell me about yourself in brief, not brief, just in short, your name, experience, education, technology background.
Yeah, so my name is Sadaran Padi. Currently working at Johnson Controls, and it is a private-based company.
Hmm.
And I am having a, 3.5 years of experience in this organization.
Hmm.
And coming to my role, in my current role, uh, I fix the bugs and do and implementing the improvements in the product. And additionally, I analyze the code base, okay,
Hmm.
to refactoring in my product in my product, to make it more efficient and scalable. So it is a completely, I mean, the technology we are using, it is Spring Boot, microservices, Android, and these technology we are using mostly in this product. So this is the this is a IoT based product.
Okay.
So, yeah,
So, which version of Java right now using?
Java 8 we are using.
Okay. And Spring IOC, Spring MVC.
Yeah.
Okay. So, right now, you have mentioned OOF collection, multi-threading, exception handling concept, right?
Yes.
So, HTML, CSS,
Yeah. I've worked on it. HTML and CSS.
JavaScript.
No, JavaScript I've not worked.
Why, if you are using HTML, so how do you validating text field or something?
No, actually, in my company currently I'm a backend developer. So in long back I used to work on that HTML and CSS.
No, but use right now. Suppose you are fixing bugs, so
Hmm.
that bug would be front end or back end. Any kind of bugs maybe comes. Okay.
Yeah.
For example, some have cosmetic change in UI. So how do you test? Means how to find URC and fix it. So
Yeah.
that.
So
So that.
normally we are assigning that bug to the UI team, right?
Okay.
And
Means
yeah,
UI related, you are assigning to UI.
yeah. We are normally assigning it to UI team, and if it is required, then more. I mean, if it is required more, then we do Google
Okay,
only.
okay, okay, no problem. So I'm just asking from Java.
Hmm.
My first question: why needed exception handling?
Okay, so exception handling we are using, to stop the abnormal termination of the program. I
Hmm.
mean, when the product is running and suddenly one exception came, and it terminates the product. I mean, the project or the it may crash, right? So
Hmm.
we have to handle them, and also sometimes user may not understand our whatever the exception it raises. Okay, he will for that also we are using exception.
Hmm.
I mean trying exception.
So what is parent class of exception?
Sorry, Bhupender, couldn't hear you.
Parent class of exception classes.
Uh, runtime
Sorry.
runtime exception is the parent class.
No, runtime is not a parent type. Runtime and compile time is a subclass.
Yes. Okay, so exception is the parent class of all the exceptions. And if we check the parent of exception, then it will be object only.
Throwable class. Do you
No,
know?
actually, your voice is not clear.
Throwable.
Yes, throwable. Yes.
What is this?
Uh, Throwable is it is an exception class. We where we are having throw and throws.
Throwable variable is a parent class of all exceptions, runtime, and compile time.
Yes, yes.
So, what is difference between heap memory and stack memory in Java?
So heap memory is used to store the objects we are creating, and we are managing the objects over there. And for stack, we are managing the threads over there.
Okay.
Yeah, threads in different functions we are managing them at stack area.
Suppose I will tell you, you make it Java as a complete object-oriented programming language. So, what do you think about that?
Uh, Actually, it's not completely object oriented. Partially, we can say why, because uh, from a single class we cannot inherit, right? So for that only we are using interfaces to make it loose coupling and uh, more more efficient.
You know primitive data type?
Sorry,
Primitive data type?
printf.
Primitive, primitive, primitive
Yes, yes,
data
yes,
type.
yes, yes, yes. Primitive data types. Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Mhm.
What is this?
Uh, these are used to store the variables. Normally, for us, we are also having the uh, objects for them as well,
Hmm.
like integer object, double object, string object.
So suppose I will tell you, if you primitive data type you convert in object type, so that means it could be a completely object oriented programming. You know primitive data type means double is equal to new double, integer is
Yes.
equal to new integer. So that's our object orientation, present a object oriented.
Yeah, but loose coupling it cannot happen, right?
No, load coupling is a different thing, and interface is a different thing. Abstract class is a different thing. So, what do you think about abstract class and interface?
Uh, Abstract class in the sense we are it is a completely like it it will be having multiple types of methods like um abstract methods and concrete methods as well.
Hmm.
We are implementing this class so that when the subclasses extend this abstract class,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
we can also use the actually it is bound to extend the functionalities which are having in abstract class.
Hmm.
So when it comes to interface, now now in interface it is not bound to like bound to implement all the methods, right? Because we are having static methods and default methods as well.
What is diamond problem in Java?
Diamond problem is like when two classes are accessing superclass method. Okay, and that is the diamond problem. Like we may get ambiguity problem here.
You know instance variable and local variable.
Yeah.
What is difference?
So local variable we can access only within the method area, like method area, or within some within the parenthesis only.
Hmm.
When it come to instance variable, we can it is non-static variable. So that is the difference in it.
Non-static variable. So, what is class level variable?
Class level variable is like it is a static variable, you can say.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So
um,
suppose I will tell you one variable is a integer, one variable is a string, okay, one variable is a boolean, okay.
okay.
So what is default value can be assigned in these variables?
Uh, I couldn't understand.
You know, integer variables and string variables and boolean variables. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is default type of variables can be assigned in these three? Default value assigned in these three variables.
For int we can assign int variables. I mean the numbering variables.
So,
And
default what you will assign?
default default will be zero only.
And the string.
And for string we are it will take the character literal, like string literal it will take. So for this we will use null,
Null.
which will be the default.
A
And
boolean.
for boolean we will take either true either false. Okay, so for this the default value will be false.
Boolean default what you will assign?
False.
False. What is the encapsulation in Java?
Encapsulation in the sense we are securing the data from outside of the class, and we are making the variables as private normally, and we are giving access to them using publicly accessible methods like setter and getter we can use to access them.
No, private property. Hmm? Use the
Mhm.
security of private property. So, private property is what is this private property?
Private properties in the sense if we make it public, right, so anyone can access, so there could be a security breach. So I mean anyone can get the data from there. So if we make it private in the particular variable or uh, the whatever the properties we are using, then it cannot be accessible directly from outside of the class.
No, this is the private property of object, not a class.
Okay.
Hmm. So, data in method, this is the data you are writing a class. So, suppose you are writing a class, public method, public variables, public method and public variables. So, that will not happen encapsulation, right?
No, no. Properties in the sense only the variables. I mean, we are not directly giving access to them to use them.
Okay, okay. No, suppose I am telling if you have variables and method both are public.
Mhm.
So, in that scenario, encapsulation will not happen.
Uh, no, actually, encapsulation will not happen. Why? Because we can access them from outside of the class as well, right?
So, outside of class, so what is objective of inheritance? If you saying this, so how do will work with the inheritance?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, Inheritance means we are extending the parent class and reusing them. So, uh,
Private variable is not used to security of private property of object. Okay,
okay.
object means whatever variables and methods you have defined in class, once you create a object, so that should be hidden. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
so this functionality private property means you if you have the same object you can access, you want to access through the other object but no have relation. So that kind of security of the object and object of the private property that will be securing, not a private variable and private method. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
What is encapsulation?
So encapsulation in the sense we are securing the data and giving access, few access to them using publicly exposed methods. We can set them, we can set the object and we can get the object, but we cannot change the uh, data of it. That's what I
So,
get.
what is difference between uh, you know volatile variable and transient variable?
Uh, yeah, I heard them, but actually I have no idea. But I will look into them.
In collection framework, array list and linked list. What is difference between these two?
Yeah, so array list, like it, they both comes under list interface,
Mm-hmm.
where array list stores the elements in an array format. But when it comes to linked list, it stores the element as a node. Like it will hold the current value and also the reference of the next node. I mean the address of the next node,
Mm-hmm.
whatever will be created in the linked list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and array list is compared to linked list little fast. Why? Because we can access them randomly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's not possible in linked list.
Okay.
So that is the difference in that.
Mm-hmm. Any other difference?
Um, uh, I
You
think array list can array list is a growable like array, and some percentage we are having that I think initially it will increase by
okay, okay.
yeah,
Singleton design pattern.
yeah, singleton design pattern.
Mm-hmm. So how to make it singleton design pattern?
To singleton design pattern in the sense we are create instead of creating multiple objects we can create a single object.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we can give them access for the global access we can give it to it, and anyone can access that instance without creating the multiple objects.
Spring IOC, Spring data.
Yeah.
What is Spring IOC?
So IOC maintains our bean classes and the bean classes and the objects it maintains
Mm-hmm.
in IOC container. So that is
So what is the difference between uh, Spring IOC and dependency injections?
okay. So Spring IOC is used to maintain the bean, as I said.
Mm-hmm.
So dependency injection is used to uh, you know uh, for scanning the bean classes whatever we are having.
Mm-hmm.
We so we are having annotated annotations, right? So when we use them in the classes, in the bean classes, okay, so
What is life cycle of bean factory?
okay, so first the init method will be there, which will initialize the object,
Mm-hmm.
and then we will be having service for it,
Mm-hmm.
and then after the all thing is done, we will be having distracts object.
So what is dispatcher servlet?
Dispatcher sublet is used to transfer the HTTP request to the particular handler mapping class.
So what is handler mapping class?
So handler mapping class, it locates the the request has been received from the end user, which controller is responsible to handle that request. So it identifies the controller class to that particular request
Mm-hmm.
and sends back to the dispatcher subnet that the name of the controller class to the dispatcher subnet.
You know view resolver, how it is work. Suppose you are using model attribute. So what is use of at the model attribute annotation?
So Arderet model is used to setting the data.
Hmm.
Suppose we are passing the model in the method area, and we are setting the data like anything like suppose we are passing a string data that
Hmm.
uh, hi, my name is Sadanand. Then we are setting into the model attribute,
Hmm.
and that model class is responsible to return a
Hmm.
view object of it. So that is the model.
So what is difference between service and uh, component annotation? Service annotation and component annotation.
Okay, so component at the rate component and at the rate service both are same only, but at that service you used to like for identification for purpose we are keeping at the rate service, but the functionality is same as component scan at that component.
Okay. You know scope scope type of scope variable.
Type of scope variables.
Yeah.
I think
These are basic things I think if you are working in this thing.
yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Uh, we are actually we are setting the scope for it. Actually, I forgot the.
So scope very easy, singleton, prototype, session, request, global session. These are the variables.
Yeah, actually.
What is
It is-
auto wiring?
so auto wiring is used to we are. This is an annotation which is responsible for dependency purpose.
Okay.
Which, yeah, so I mean, whatever we are having different dependency injection, right? Like
So
setting.
what is advantage of Springboard?
Uh, it provides auto configuration for us and also dependency management we can do like using the starter unit test and starter wave. It provides us auto configuration and also it gives us component scanning. It also provides us actuator for to check the health of the application and so that it it also provides us the embedded server for us. So we don't need to worry about server at all. So that is the advantage.
Okay. What is difference between at the rate controller and at the rate rest controller?
Okay, so
Difference.
at the rate controller is used to create the controller class,
Hmm.
the controller class, and at the rate rest controller is used to create the REST APIs.
Hmm.
Yeah, so uh, the 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 functionalities are same, but REST controller is little advanced to the controller class. It REST controller will is used to get the raw response as compared to controller.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mean uh, controller is rest controller is more responsive compared to the controller, right?
Yeah, REST controller is little advanced than controller.
Okay. So you know in Springboard is working on singleton design pattern, right?
Yeah.
So singleton is set type or thread dependent?
Singleton is thread independent. Why? Because if we make it thread dependent, then it will become more slower. I mean,
Okay, you know database, Oracle or MySQL, which one you are working currently?
currently we are on Oracle SQL.
Okay, so you know function, procedure.
Um, uh, Actually, I aware about them, but I have no much idea about it.
You know about view,
Sorry,
view.
view, right?
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, we have to create the view like that.
So why needed view?
Uh, um, to set the view name.
Set the view name. Okay. So you know join, how many types of join?
Yes, yes.
Hmm. So how many types of join?
So we are having uh, inner join we are having,
Hmm.
okay, and outer join we are having,
Hmm.
okay, and left join we are having, and right join also we are having,
Okay.
and full join also we are having. Yeah, these are the joining side.
So why needed join? Any join, inner join, right join, left join. Why require this join?
Okay, suppose we want few data from other table as well without accessing the whole data.
Hmm.
Only some part of data we need. Then we can go for this joining. We can join the table.
Okay. Okay, I think 30 minutes is going to complete. So before closing to this call, you want to ask anything is?
Yeah. So, do you have any personal feedback for me?
Yeah, personal feedback. I will suggest you just improve to core Java.
Okay.
Core Java and the basic concept of this because of I have not asked JPA as well.
Yeah.
So in the Spring Boot, Spring, MVC, but you have given some question answer. I'm not telling you all questions you have not given answer, but I believe that you need to improve that
Yeah. Actually,
concept.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. So that concept needed because of core Java concept is completely lack.
Yes.
If you honesty you asking to me, so that need to be improved because of concept should be proper and clear.
Yeah.
Because of I don't know what kind of work you are doing, but we can assess only based on your the skill set, right?
Yes.
That's what this is from my side. This suggestion.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll work on it. Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.